Good morning, class. Now, in the chapter Money and Credit, let's start the next topic, loan activities of a bank. Okay, loan activities. First point I have written over here, bank work as a mediator between the depositor and the borrower. That means exactly what we are going to read in this topic, that how the banks are functioning, how they are creating the money in the economy, how they are circulating the money, because this is an interesting mechanism. Reason behind, because we open the saving account in the banks and we save our money in the bank, and after keeping some amount by the bank in their by keeping some amount by the bank, they are lending the rest of the amount. This we have discussed yesterday also. So this is the interesting mechanism. What they do, people usually deposit their money in the bank and get some interest. When we open our saving account, maximum banks are giving the 3% interest per annum on our savings. So after giving the interest, now banks keep some amount in cash with themselves. That means now in these days, for example, maximum banks in India, they are holding 15% cash deposit as a cash. That means whatever the money you are saving in your account, like if you have saved rupees 10,000 in your saving account in the bank, then they will deposit 10,000 rupees in your account, and it is shown also in your account that 10,000 rupees are deposited. But according to the historical background of the bank, it can be differ from one bank to the another. Maybe one bank can keep 15% as a cash, another bank can keep 20%, maybe other bank will keep 10%. So what they will do, your initial deposit in the bank is rupees 10,000. So we will take the example like SBI Bank. SBI Bank is keeping 10%. Maybe they are keeping 10% cash with themselves, and rest of the amount, that means 90% amount money is with themselves. That means 10% amount they will keep in the cash form with themselves, and the major portion, remaining money, they will use for the lending. That means the major portion, that is the 90% remaining amount, now they will give this money to the loan requirements. That means you have saved your 10,000 rupees, आपके 10,000 का 10% they will keep in the cash form. So 10,000 का 10%, that means 1,000 rupees they will keep it in the cash form, and remaining 9,000 rupees, now they will give for the loan purpose. That means they will start giving the loan. That means banks may use of the deposits to meet the loan requirements of the people. This is the way by which the banks are creating the money, they are circulating the money. This is called the credit creation process of the banks. And when we are depositing the money in our saving accounts, for that the banks are giving us very less rate of the interest, whereas banks charge more rate of interest on giving the loans. So exactly we can say that the bank work as a mediator between the depositor and the borrower. Example, we are depositor because we are depositing 10,000 rupees in the bank, and bank, according to its historical background, that in a day this much people are coming to withdraw the money, so they are keeping that much amount in the cash so that they can meet day to day daily requirements. So for according to their historical background, they will keep 10% cash with themselves. So if any depositor will come, so they can withdraw the money easily. Now remaining money, that is the 90% amount they will start giving for the loan purpose. So banks will work as a mediator between the surplus funds. ये आपका surplus fund है, that is the 90%. So that means it works as a mediator between those who have the surplus funds and those who are in need of these funds. Who are in the need of the funds? The people, those who approach to the bank for the loans. So banks charges a higher rate of interest on the loans. This is written, banks charges higher rate of interest on loans. Different types of loans are available in the bank. Personal loans, car loans, house loan, different types of loans are there. So rate of interest is also different for the different type of the banks, and it is not must that every bank will keep 10% cash with themselves. It can vary from one bank to the another. It depends upon the bank's historical background, that how much cash they have to keep with themselves to maintain the day-to-day requirements, that how many depositors will come to take or maybe to withdraw the money per day. Accordingly, they maintain the cash deposits with themselves, and with the surplus amount they start lending. That means they start fulfilling the loan requirements. Now here we will discuss the two different credit situation. That means large number of transactions in our day-to-day activities involve credit in some form or the other. So what does credit means? Credit refers an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. That means loan is an agreement in which the bank supplies the money to the depositor to the borrower in return for the promise of the future payment. That means in future he will repay the money according to the loan, that what type of loan he has taken. So the rate of interest along with the principal amount he has to return back. So this is the definition of the credit. Now we will discuss the two credit situation. Sometimes credit plays a positive role and sometimes credit plays a negative role also. That means sometimes people use the credit in the proper manner, and with the help of the credit they grow, they expand. But sometimes people are indulge themselves in the debt trap. They were not able to utilize it properly. So credit plays a positive role also and the negative role. So first of all, let's discuss the positive role. Here is the example of a Salim who received an order of the 300 pairs of the shoes, and he has to complete this assignment within a month time. So to complete this production on the time, first of all Salim hire a few workers. After that he has to purchase some raw materials also, and to meet its expenses Salim obtains loans from two sources. That means because Salim got the order of the 3000 pairs of the shoes, so he has to complete this order within a month. For completing this order, he needs some raw material, he needs some workers also. So he took the loan from the two sources. First he asked the leather supplier. First he took the loan from the leather supplier to supply leather now and promised to pay him later. The first loan he took from the leather supplier. After that he obtains loan in cash from the large trader as an advance payment for the 1000 pairs of shoes. So first the person who has given the order of the 3000 pair of the shoes, he has taken the loan from that person, and another loan he took from the leather supplier, and he promised to the leather supplier that he will return the money after that. And second he took the loan from the supplier, and he delivered the whole order by the end of the month. So that means he completed the order of the 3000 pair of the shoes. So at the end of the month Salim is able to deliver the order, make a good profit and repay the money that he had borrowed. That means Salim took the loan from the two people, first from the leather supplier, second from the large trader who has given as advance payment for the 1000 pair of the shoes, because that person has given him the order of 3000 pair of the shoes. So he took the money in advance of the 1000 pair of the shoes. So after completing his order, he not only earned the good profit, but he repaid the money which he had borrowed from the two people. So that means in this way you can say that here the credit plays a positive role because his situation improved, he repaid the money, he earned the good profit also. Okay, this is the positive effect. So now here the credit plays a vital or the positive role in this situation. Now let's discuss the negative situation. Here is Sapna's problem. Sapna is a small farmer. She usually grows groundnut on 3 acres of a land. Now she takes a loan from the money lender. First of all, she took the loan from the money lender. Why she took the loan? Just to meet the expenses of the cultivation. And why she took the loan for the cultivation? Because and what promise she gave? She hoped that she will get the good harvest, and when good harvest will be there, she would repay the loan. But midway through the season, the crop is hit by the pest and the crop fails. Now what happened? Because she took the loan from the money lender and she was hoping that if there would be a good harvest, she can repay the whole loan. But due to the pest attack, her crop was failure. Now Swapna sprays her crops with expensive pesticides. It makes little difference. She is unable to repay the money lender, and the debt grows over the years into a large amount. Because she was unable to repay the money to the money lender, so that money multiplies and it becomes a large amount over the years. So next year Swapna again took the fresh loan for the cultivation. Now this time it is the normal crop this year, but the earnings, because this year normal crop is there and earlier also she took the loan from the money lender, so the earning from the normal crop was not sufficient to cover the old loan as well as the new loan. So she is caught in the debt. That means such type of the situation is known as a debt trap. That means now to reduce this situation, she has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. That means in this situation you can see that Swapna indulged herself in the debt trap, because she also took two loans, and she was unable to repay both the loans, and to repay the loan she had to sell her land also. So in Salim case we can see that his situation was improved. He earned the good profit as well as he repaid the amount also, he repaid the loan. But in Swapna's situation, we saw that she was unable to repay the loan, and at the same time she lost her land also. So that means her situation become too worse. In short, we can say that Salim's situation shows the positive effect of the credit, and Swapna's situation shows the negative effect of the credit. So if in the question they will ask you how the credit plays a negative role or as well as the positive role, so you have to write these two stories, and by giving these examples you can show the positive effect and the negative effect of the credit. Okay, so that means in the rural areas farmers usually take the crop loans, because we know that crop production involves so many things. It involves cost of seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, and from sowing the seed till harvesting, that time gap is too much. It is about 3 to 4 months. So between this time period the farmer has to buy so many inputs, and when they sell the crop, then only they will be able to repay the amount. So usually farmers take the crop loans and repay the loan after the harvest only, and repayment of the loan is totally dependent on the income from the farming. If there will be a good harvesting, good cultivation, then only they will be able to repay the loan. If there will be any pest attack or maybe natural calamity, not good monsoon will be there, then also they are not able to repay the loan. So in Swapna's case, we saw the failure of the crop. The failure of the crop made loan repayment impossible for her, and she had to sell some part of the land also to the money lender just to repay the loan. And in the situation of the Salim, we saw that he earned the profit and as well as he repaid the amount also. So credit pushes the farmers in the worst situation. This thing we saw in the situation of Swapna, because she was unable to repay the loan as well as she had to sell some part of the land also to repay the loan. And she took first loan, and to cover up that situation again she took the another loan. So this is the situation in which the persons or the borrowers pushes themselves into a situation of a debt trap, and that situation is a very painful because recovery is impossible for them. So crop failure is the basic reason that farmers are pushed into a debt trap. And the situation of Swapna become too worse. That means she is clearly much worse off than the before also. Whether credit would be useful or not, it depends on the risk in the situation and whether there is some support in case of loss. Now after that, let's start with the new topic, terms of a credit. Terms of credit, that means whenever we take the loan from the borrower, we always see that some specific conditions are there for the loan. That means whenever we take the loan, always we have to pay the principal amount, along with that we have to pay the interest also along with the principal amount. And in addition the lenders always demand for the collateral also. Collateral means security against the loan. That means whatever the amount we are demanding, for that also the lenders are asking for the collateral. Why they ask for the collateral? Collateral is just like an asset, like land, building, livestock, anything, or maybe deposits with the bank. And why the lenders are asking for the collateral? That means in case if we will not be able to repay the money to the lender, then the lender has a full right to sell the asset which we have given to take the loan. So if the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or the collateral to obtain the payment. So property such as land titles, deposits with the bank, all these all are the examples of the collateral. That means these are the terms of the credit. That means whenever we are going to take the loan from the bank, the lenders, first of all, they will give you the rate of interest. That means we have to pay the principal amount along with the interest. After that, the lenders are asking for the security against the loan. That means why they are asking for the security? That in case if we will not be able to repay the money, then they can sell that security in the market just to compensate the loan amount. After that, mode of repayment, that means how we are going to repay the money. That means how we are going to repay the amount, like in 5 years or in 10 years. It depends upon our income. So the terms of credit vary from one bank to the another. It depends upon the nature of the lender and the borrower. That means if you have a regular income person, that your condition is different. If the farmer is going to take the loan, for him the terms of credit are different. So it depends upon the lender and the borrower.